In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to scan for discounted stocks on sale by scanning for stocks that have retraced 75% or more from their 52-week high. So meaning any stock that has dropped 75% or higher from its 52-week high has an extremely high probability of being oversold and thus presents a great buying opportunity. And I'm not talking some cheap delisted penny stock. No, we're going to scan for legitimate mid to large cap companies that have been oversold, and we want to get in before they start making a move back up. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first things first, we're going to create a custom study that tells ThinkOrSwim to mark out a line on this chart that indicates a 75% retracement from its 52-week high. And we begin by going to Studies right here in the upper right corner. And when you click it, a drop-down menu appears. And we're going to go ahead and select Edit Studies. And from there, a new window will pop up, and you're going to want to go ahead and select Create. Then this ThinkScript editor appears, and this is where we're going to create our custom formula. So go ahead and delete this text right here because we're going to start fresh. And we're going to type this: def space high space equals space highest parentheses high comma 252 close parentheses semicolon. And then go ahead and come down a couple of lines and enter plot space x space equals space high times, or asterisk in this case, 0.25 semicolon. And the reason we did 0.25 right here is because we want to scan for the inverse for the remaining 100%. So 75% is 0.25, 90% would be 0.10, 60% would be 0.40, and so on and so forth. So we've got our formula down. So now we're going to name it. And you can call it whatever you like. I'm just going to call it Oversold 75. Once you've come up with the title, go ahead and select OK. And you could see the study is reflected here along with your other indicators if you have any. So then we're going to go ahead and select Apply and then OK. And as you can see, we now have a line that tells us what the 75% retracement is from its 52-week high. So this chart displays NEO, but this line will now be drawn out for any stock to let you know where that 75% pullback was from its 52-week high. And just to confirm, we can draw a trend line. Grab this right here. Alright, so we can draw out a trend line from this latest position of the blue line all the way to 55.13, which is the high of NEO's 52-week period. And you can see right there from that box, it's 75%. However, notice how the stock is currently trading above this blue line. We want to find stocks that are trading at or below this blue line, because then that tells us that those stocks have retraced 75% or higher from its 52-week high and thus is significantly oversold. Or it doesn't have to be 75%. Again, if you go back to the formula, go to your study and right click and then click Edit Sources. And you can change this 0.25 to whatever you want. I kept it at 0.25 because I want to look for stocks that have retraced 75% or higher. But you also could change this to 0.5 to scan for stocks retracing 50% or higher, or 0.2 to scan for stocks retracing 80% or higher. But for the purpose of this video, we'll keep it at 75. So like I said, we want to find stocks below this blue line. So let's go ahead and create our custom scanner that will allow ThinkOrSwim to do that for us. So we're going to go over to Scan right here. And go ahead and delete all of this stuff because we're going to start fresh. The two filters we're only going to need to accomplish our scan is a stock filter and a study filter. So go ahead and click right here where it says Add Filter next to the plus sign and select Stock. And then again, go ahead and click and select Study. So for the stock filter, we're going to click on this drop-down menu and look for market cap. Because remember, I want to find mid to large cap stocks. So here is market cap broken down in millions, and we're going to select that. So the definition of mid cap stocks are market caps between 2 billion to 10 billion. So for minimum, I'm gonna enter 2,000. Again, since it's broken down in millions, which would make this 2 billion, you only need to put down 2,000. And max, I'm just going to leave blank because I want the scanner to scan for anything higher than 2 billion. And for our study filter, we're gonna click right here and look for custom. And then this window will appear. From here, we want to go ahead and select edit. Then another window will appear. Head over to where it says ADX crossover and then select price. And the price of the candlestick we're going to choose is the close. Leave the parameters the way they are. Then from there, we're going to select is less than or equal to, because we want to find stocks that are equal to that 75% retracement and more, in which case we select, again, less than or equal to. Then lastly, we'll head over to select a condition and choose study. And can you guess what we do from here? You got it. We're going to look for our custom study from earlier. The easiest way to do that is just by typing it here and look up a study and type in the title you created from earlier. So I'm going to type oversold 75. And there it is right there. Then once I click it, I just hit save. And this is our custom study filter. So go ahead and click OK. And we finally completed our scanner. So without further ado, let's scan and see how many results come up. Okay, there are a good amount, so let's go ahead and save this by clicking this icon right here. Save scan query, and I'll name this oversold 75 scanner. So now let's head over to our main chart and start viewing the results one by one. But first, we gotta find our scanner here on the left side. So just click on this drop down menu right here, go to personal, and here it is. Also make sure the color code here is the same as it is here. So that way when you click on any stock on the list, it'll be reflected on this main chart. But anyways, as you can see, these stocks are below the blue line, which tells us they have retraced 75% or higher. You know, we can keep going down the list and you can see these stocks meet the parameters we were looking for. And of course, I'm sure if you change the dropped percentage from 75 to something more common like 40 or 50%, some of the more popular names may pop up like a Target or PayPal or really anything in the S&P 500. But anyways, that's the gist of it. This study scanner can certainly present a great opportunity for oversold stocks. And of course, there's other indicators you can look at to make sure you're buying at good support, and there's multiple validation to that support. So I sincerely hope you guys found this video helpful. If so, all I ask is that you hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content like this going forward. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Best of luck in the markets, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.